Can I master using just plugins, or should I invest in hardware? Now, this is a question that just literally come in via email from a guy called Isaac, who, let me give you some context. His email was based around the fact that he's got limited space and working in headphones, and also, doesn't have a vast range of analog gear to work with, and wants to know, can I master to a professional level using just plugins? And the answer to that would be yes, you can. It's just a bit harder, in my opinion. Look, this is the thing. Is when I'm answering these questions, it's from my opinion. And my opinion is based around the fact that I'm surrounded by analog gear, and there's a reason I'm surrounded by analog gear, because I much prefer analog gear over plugins. And the main reasons for that is that I believe myself, I know myself, I can get a better sound using analog gear when compared to plugins. I've tested this a million times. I know that to be a fact for me personally. The other one is that using analog gear, I can get to the end result far quicker than when using a plugin. So when using a plugin, you're kind of not battling to get the sound you want, but there's a process to get there. Whereas working with analog gear, it's like, I know I want to get this sweet top end, bang, I've got it. It's very quick and easy. So there is that. Now, the problem that you do have when it comes to this whole plugins versus hardware conversation, and that's not really what this is, but the problems that you will have is, this guy is talking from the perspective of wanting to attract clients and work with clients, and it's very difficult to attract clients with plugins. And the reason for that is because all your clients probably have the same plugins that you have. And that's difficult to kind of go, but listen, I know how to use them better than you. And it's kind of like, now imagine a scenario where all your clients have, like all of my clients have all of this gear around me. And I go, but I know how to use it better than you. It's a difficult sell, because like any of these clients, if you all have the same ability to achieve a great sounding master, if you all have that same ability, there's nothing that's setting you apart from someone else. If you've all got the same plugins, and you've all got the same ability to achieve the same sound, and there's no real uniqueness here. Whereas when it comes to analog gear, it's very attractive to the client when they look at it and go, oh, it's like, I mean, look behind me, like, look at all that gear. Look at the SSL console. I mean, if I pan the camera around, there's like 8 racks of Wes audio units, and there's Tegler gear, there's Carnaby's, there's Summon mixers, all sorts. That reminds me, I need to turn that on. But here's the thing. All of this is really attractive. And it's, look, here's one of the main things with this. I've got work coming out of my ear holes, because a lot of it's to do with all of this gear. And this is the thing, is because this has such a big pull and attraction, people want to have their songs run through all this gear. This is something I recently said to someone, is nobody booked a session with an artist, with a mastering engineer or a mixing engineer. Nobody ever booked a session with this engineer because they had the latest plugin. But I am inundated with people booking sessions with me because I have the latest SSL console. Now, if I had the latest SSL plugin emulation, no one cares. No one cares. And they don't. No client cares. But every client cares about that console. And this is what I'm getting across here, is that yes, you can achieve, yes, you could, let's say, use plugins and achieve a really nice master. But it's very hard to sell that. And this is just me being honest. It's very, very easy for me to go and pick up work. Like, I've got lots of friends who are in the box mixing engineers and in the box mastering engineers. And I speak to them on a regular basis. And all of them say, how do you do it, Paul? How do you get so much work? And I'm like, well, you know, the business is very, very successful. It's doing really well. But all of this gear, this room that I'm sat in, there's a reason I do these videos. And the reason is because whilst most people sit there and they would watch a video like this and they go, oh yeah, he's just giving some information out. The thing with it is yes, I'm giving some information out and kind of telling you my perspective. But throughout the entirety of this video, it's an advert for this studio. This is why I sit here with it behind me like this, because it's an advert. If I had, I tell you, now you can answer this question, and it's so true. Now, let's say, for argument's sake, I'm sat in this same studio, but I've got a laptop and, let's say, a pair of KRKs or Yamaha HS10s or something. That's all I got in here, and a Focusrite 2i2 interface. And I'm talking to you like this. Are you listening? No, you're not. You're not listening because if that's my setup, you're going, even if you're not thinking it directly, you're subconsciously thinking, he's not very successful. He's not, I'm not listening to him because he's working on some KRKs and a Focusrite 2i2. Whereas if I sit here and go, well, look at them speakers. Look at that wall of speakers. There's speakers all around me. Look at that console. Look at this. Look at that. It's like, although I'm not saying that to you, think about you're subconsciously sitting there going, I'll listen to this geezer because he's got a lovely studio and he's clearly doing all right for himself. You know what I mean? It's why people turn up to they have like a really flash car for doing business meetings and things like that, or they'll rent a car to do, turn up in a really nice car. It presents an image. And this is the thing, is if you're presenting an image to a client base and you're using plugins, you're not really presenting any image at all. What you're presenting is, well, I've got the same stuff you've got. I've not got anything really unique. Whereas I'm sitting here going, well, look, I've got all this gear that everybody lusts after and wants and would love, and I've got it all. And you can have your track run through it for a very small price to pay. It's really easy to make that sell. So yeah, I mean, look, this is the thing, is I'll always be honest, and I'll tell, like the geezer, he contacted and sent the email over, and I said, look, I could sit here and I could write out an email and tell you all this thing, but it's better for me to sit here and do a video, and I can get my point across far better. And also, is if you're asking this question, lots of other people are asking this question, and if I can post this on YouTube, it will help other people as well, not just you in an email. So this is the thing. Yes, you can achieve a good master using plugins. That's just a very, very hard service to sell, because not very many people are going to be attracted by that. And here's the other thing. This is the last thing I'll say, and before I end this video, is that think about this. If you're offering a mastering service and I'm offering a mastering service and I'm charging £50 per song to be mastered in this studio, if you're using just plugins, how much have you got to charge in order to be able to get the work? Because if someone's going, right, He's charging £50 and he's doing it in the box using plugins. He's charging £50 and he's doing it through all that gear. You know who you're choosing. This is the thing, and this is the honesty. This is the truth, and it's very difficult for you then to win work. And I know this because I've got a friend who's advertising on in the same advertising space as us, and he said to me the other day, it's so hard to win any work because the next video is your advert and you just can't compete. So the problem you have there is, well, what do? Do you go in far lower so that you can win the work? And then what you're doing is, you're going, well, blimey, this geezer is charging £50. Like, how much lower can we go? So it gets real difficult. And I get engineers from businesses, from mastering engineers and other mastering houses, contact me, not all the time, but they do contact me. Paul, please, you've got to put your rates up because we can't compete with you. And I'm like, well, look, I run a good business, and this is the difference: is the fact that I run a business very efficiently, so I can run it with these rates. Whereas you have to charge 3-4 times as much because you don't run a very good business. And I've mentored a few different businesses on this subject. So yeah, I mean, I'm going on to a different subject really there. So yeah, look, you can get a good master. It's just very, very difficult for you to win the work to start off with.